heard about the concept empathy in design? No? Let's talk about that today. I started understanding the concept of empathy as a designer and its importance during my master's research. Before that, though I have been trained as an architect, I believe I never realized the ability of design to affect someone's everyday activities and in some cases complete life. But now I understand that as designers, we get an opportunity to play a very unique role in people's lives. We can either play this role responsibly and bring a positive change in their lives, or we can completely disturb their everyday activities. Therefore, I thought that I should share this concept and the importance of empathy for designers. So let's begin with what is empathy. Empathy is defined as the ability to identify with the thoughts, emotions, priorities, values, and needs of other people. In other words, your ability to understand the needs of other people and to understand from where they are coming from so that you can cater those needs completely and satisfy them. For example, a designer in his 20s is designing a product for a person in his 70s. The designer will use his knowledge and experience to design that product. But since the designer doesn't have experience of what being old feels like or how your needs change, he will use his limited experience as a 20-year-old to design a product for a 70-year-old person. In order to understand the needs of different people, we need to broaden our experience and our knowledge. And that is known as Empathic Horizon. It is the ability or limit of a designer to empathize beyond certain characteristics of his or her group, such as nationality, background, age, gender, culture, experience, or education. And don't worry, I'm not going to end here. It's not like we are born with empathy. We develop it. And there are several ways and techniques to develop empathy as a designer. Read researches. If you can't get in touch with the user or discuss his needs, start with reading the researches that have already been done. There are several focus group studies where instead of just reading the statistical analysis, you actually read what the person said and it helps you understand his point of view. Connect with the end user and observe them while using a product or a space. It gives you a very clear idea of their needs and what design you should propose that will help them in their everyday life. And lastly, a very, very important technique for students who are in the process of becoming designers is role-playing. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm talking about role-playing. And I've heard a lot of design schools around the world include role-playing in their classes. They would blindfold students or make them use crutches or wheelchairs for a few hours. And this experience will make students understand what differently able people go through in their life. And believe me, it helps a lot in developing empathy as designers because I have gone through that process. I went for a conference 2 years ago and registered for a universal design workshop where the presenter made us go through role-playing. She blindfolded us and made us walk through the corridors of the hotel. I can't explain what I felt at that moment. I had no idea what I was stepping on, whether I have steps in front of me, a ramp, or nothing at all. That experience changed me completely as a designer. And I hope we all understand the importance of empathy as designers and create products that help and facilitate people instead of making their lives difficult.